It was one of the most awful experiences I've ever been through. They used all the classic psychological tactics of light deprivation, food deprivation, time deprivation. They put you in a susceptible state to be broken down and rebuilt in the manner that they want you to be, in the way of choice. I grew up in a faith-based family, and to be honest, my interaction with God was a little tough, just based on the fact that my mother was hyper religious, and she would impose some rather strict rules on us based on what she perceived as the right thing to do. I wasn't allowed to watch television growing up. Music was heavily scrutinized as well. It kind of turned me away or off from church as a whole. I'll go a little deeper. When I was 14 years old, my mother woke me up one morning saying it's time to go to church. And I said, no, I'm not going to church today. And she said, if you don't go to church today, then you're leaving my house. She kicked me out of the house. And I spent my entire freshman year living at my friend James's house with his mother, who took me in. I've always felt like my kind of testimony and my faith journey has been that little bit of the prodigal son. Spent most of my childhood in church, but when I finally had the freedom to leave, I definitely ran away to distant countries just like the prodigal son did. And during that time, I definitely also lived a wild life and go out drinking, stay up late, wake up late, all those things that serve no purpose and are only detrimental to your spirit, your body, your mind. Was reintroduced to God. I was working at a ski resort in Colorado, and there was a little church service going on at the top of the mountain. I worked as a photographer, and my zone was very close to where they had it. So I told my boss, hey, listen, on my lunch breaks, I'm gonna go to the church. I bought myself a Bible, which I still have to this day. Let me show it to you. This guy right here, as you can see, is well read. This is the Bible I bought in 2012 in Colorado and started bringing it with me on my lunch break, and I would literally I started Genesis 1, and just during my lunch break, an hour lunch, I would read every single day. I joined what I was told was a leadership and personal development course in Las Vegas. And I paid a considerable amount of money to do it. Without going into too much detail, because it was an incredible amount of detail and a very truthfully harrowing experience, it was true. Underneath the surface, it was a cult. It was one of the most awful experiences I've ever been through. They used all the classic psychological tactics of light deprivation, food deprivation, time deprivation. They put you in a susceptible state to be broken down and rebuilt in the manner that they want you to be, in the way of choice. We were allowed a break at one point during this 99-day program that I had signed up for. I started to come out of the haze that they had put me in. And that night, the day before I was supposed to return to Las Vegas, I prayed. I prayed hard. I prayed so hard. Lord, what am I supposed to do? And I did a little Bible roulette. I just pulled this exact Bible out, and I just went, and bam, right there was Proverbs 4. Guard your heart, for that is all you have. It is the wellspring of life. Don't go left. Don't go right. Don't walk down the path of wicked men. Guard your heart. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Do I go back? God was like, no. I am the truth. I am the way. I am the light. I have the answers. And he does. He most certainly does. And that was a big turning point for me. I was volunteering at this food bank, and there was a bunch of people from a church that volunteered there, and I was like, hey guys, I'm not baptized. I just found out. Will you baptize me? And they were like, sure, but first you have to meet with 7 different people, and we're gonna have these big groups, and we're gonna interrogate you. And they quizzed me on all things Bible. And man, I've been in this word for a while, and I understood what was going on, and it was a little confusing to me because I'm pretty sure in Acts, there was a moment where one of the apostles met a eunuch, and he told him about Jesus, and I believe it literally says in the Bible, and he believed and he was baptized, like one sentence. And I didn't know there was like this whole testing process and all this, and I was not baptized. They did not baptize me, and I spent weeks going through whatever motions they had. And my dude, Sam, who I was telling the story to, says to me, okay, well, we've got a test here too. I said, oh yeah, what's that? He said, who's Jesus? I said, he's my savior. He goes, you passed, time to get baptized. I was like, well, that was easy, because there is no test. If you believe, you can get baptized. My name is Adam Cole Barber, and I have decided to follow Jesus.
Woo! Yeah, that's awesome.